Wednesday at May 2019. I'm Raymond. So today about the issue, the first issue I would like to share with you guys is about the drunk driving. Drunk driving is a very important issue in this world because this would be cause a lot of that issue in this society, not even though in Malaysia. Let us watch a video.
I went to a party and remembered what you said. You told me not to drink, Mom, so I had a Sprite instead. I felt proud of myself, the way you said I would, that I didn't drink and drive, though some of my friends said I should. I made a healthy choice, and your advice to me was right. The party finally ended, and the kids drove out of sight. I got into my car, sure to get home in one piece. I never knew what was coming, Mom, something I expected least. Now I'm lying here on the pavement, and I hear the policeman say, the kid that caused this wreck was drunk. Mom, his voice seems far away. My own blood's all around me, and I can try hard not to cry. I hear the paramedics say, this girl is gonna die. I'm sure the guy had no idea, because he was flying high, because he chose to drink and drive. Now I would have to die. So why do people do it, Mom, knowing that it ruins lives? And now the pain is cutting me like 100 stabbing knives. Tell sister not to be afraid, Mom. Tell Daddy to be brave. And when I go to heaven, put Mommy's girl on my grave. Someone should have taught him that it's wrong to drink and drive. Maybe if his parents had, I'd still be alive. My breath is getting shorter, and Mom, I'm getting really scared. These are my final moments, and I'm so unprepared. I wish that you could hold me, Mom, as I lie here and die. I wish I could say I love you, Mom. So I love you, and goodbye.
As you can see in the video, drunk driving is very dangerous because if this happens, it's not only happen to the driver. How if today he crushed the car or knocked down another car to cause another death of another family? It could be a very, very serious problem. The video below is another drunk driving dash cam example. Let us watch the video. The today news, another news is about the plastic pollution. Plastic pollution is another important issue of our Earth Father because if this pollution is happening, not only to our human health is very bad situation, but also could cause a lot of harm in this world. That's what we do. How is the dangerous or how big is the plastic pollution? Let's watch it.
Thousands of tons of plastic waste are allegedly sent in droves to Malaysia, where illegal plastic recycling factories have been multiplying at an alarming rate since China banned plastic imports at the start of the year. Before the ban, China had been accepting around 50% of the world's waste. So the ban now means that many countries are now scrambling to find a new market to export their unwanted plastics. And a popular destination is Malaysia. Shafika Razali reports.
Checks by NTV7's Mandarin News crew in August this year found that most of the factories are hidden in palm oil plantations because rent is cheap and their locations accessible to waterways. Owners of fish and prawn ponds operating nearby claim to have lost all their stock in the past 2 months due to the toxic wastewater. Plastics that cannot be recycled, either because they are too contaminated or just not economical to do so, are either dumped or burned, leading up to a devastating effect on the environment and the health of those living nearby. An investigative report for Insight, a program on Radio New Zealand RNZ, has also supported these findings that Malaysia has become a popular plastic dumping destination for New Zealand, Australia and the United Kingdom. According to RNZ, New Zealand's exports to Malaysia alone has tripled in the last 6 months, contributing to the mushrooming of nearly 42 illegal plastic recycling factories in Dinjarum. In June, it was reported by the UK's National Audit Office that Malaysia has become the main destination for the UK's plastic waste. It was reported that about 250,000 tons of plastic were exported as waste to other countries in the first quarter of this year, with Malaysia receiving 17% of the amount. Reuters also reported earlier this year that annual imports of plastic scrap into Malaysia jumped to 450,000 to 500,000 tons in 2017 from 288,000 tons in 2016, with Malaysia, Vietnam, Indonesia and Thailand sharing a spot to become among the top Southeast Asian countries to replace China's previous role.
If you need to prevent pollution, you basically need to incur costs. So if they are taking waste here in the pretext that they're going to recycle it into something else, that means they need to deliver that. We are not sure whether that's monitored or not, but based on the complaints that have emerged in the media, it is the locals are actually reporting they're basically burning and just dumping this waste in the palm oil estates and so forth, and nothing much is being done. Now, when you burn these materials, basically plastics, they have other chemicals in it which can cause a lot of health problems. Secondly, if you burn it or even you leave it exposed under ultraviolet, these chemicals can actually break down and enter the water streams to groundwater, and because the location where it's happening is very close to seaside, there is a potential also chemicals reaching to the seafood. So you might have shellfish and so forth. It might even enter food chain. Well, the issue actually can be resolved. We have 3 ministries involved, the local government ministry, the Ministry of Environment, and also on the other hand, the Ministry of Health. So I think they can come together, work as a team and find a solution for this. And the members of public, I think they do not need to fear anything. I mean, end of the day, it is their health being impacted, and it is the authorities' job. They are paid to do this job. They're supposed to come down and solve problems. And it is very, very coward behavior if they are just pointing fingers to each other. Any Tom, Dick and Harry can do that. But if they are given position as Director Generals or even ministers or deputy ministers, they should be ashamed if they are pointing finger. Because when they point one finger to the other party, the rest of the fingers are pointing back to them. So they should start doing their job and stop pointing fingers.
Shafika Farahin Razali for 7 Edition.
Water, Land and Natural Resources Minister Dr. A. Xavier Jayakumar today called on the relevant authorities to suspend, without fear or favour, all unlicensed plastic waste recycling factories in Kuala Langat, Selangor. The Kuala Langat MP said the unabated recycling activities continued to pollute the environment and pose health risks to nearby residents in his constituency. In a statement released today, he said the activities continued despite his order last month to the Kuala Langat Municipal Council MDKL to suspend the operations of all plastic waste recycling factories in Kuala Langat. Further adding that the continued operations of these operators could possibly mean two things: that the authorities and enforcement agencies were either in cahoots with the operators or that they are simply not carrying out their duties. Xavier also received feedback from complainants in his constituency alleging that the Naga Nasional Berhad TNB had failed to cut the electricity supply to the illegal plants and their waste dump sites, citing legal issues. Other complaints include the alleged lackadaisical attitude of MDKL and the Selangor Department of Environment DOE in conducting enforcement operations to ensure that the plastic recycling operations and subsequent pollution were put to a stop. This, he said, has led to his constituency and the country to be targeted as a prime destination for plastic waste dumping.
You can see in the video about the plastic pollution, how the resident can reduce the usage of plastic. This can how we improve in our daily life. Like some of the supermarket already start on this action about month that is not using the plastic, but some of the supermarket is not providing the plastic anymore. And as we can see that, for example, some of the fast food restaurant is not providing straw, because this is another plastic pollution happen in our society. So this is the way how can we reduce the plastic pollution. So by the way, another news for today I would like to share with you guys about the illegal animal poaching. Illegal animal poaching is not only happen in other countries like South America, but also happen in our country and in our neighbor country, Thailand. This is because one of the cases of illegal animal poaching is about the elephant. They took the elephant things and make it become and selling things to earn money, to do the illegal action. Let us watch a video for how their illegal action, and let us look.
Staggering alone through Kenya's Tsavo National Park, this elephant's been shot with a poison arrow by poachers. They want the ivory from its tusks, but luckily this time the vets get there first. Dr. Jeremiah Pagong is preparing the drugs to sedate the 6-ton elephant. 10 minutes later, it's down, fast asleep and snoring. With Wildlife Service rangers providing protection, the wound is treated, but a second and more serious wound is discovered on the side the elephant is lying on. Turning this patient over is no easy matter. 2 vehicles and 2 strong ropes are required. The second wound's treated, and with a good prognosis, the elephant drowsily staggers to its feet. It's survived for now. But many before it haven't. And purely for this, the ivory. Under armed guard and underground on the outskirts of Nairobi, piled from floor to ceiling, an estimated 80 tons of tusks worth £100 million on the black market. The Kenyans want to remove its value by burning it en masse in public next month. Even then, there's still a daily battle to stop poachers from targeting these elephants, and this one made a very lucky escape.
As we can see through this video, how the animal illegal poaching is happening through the elephant. How if today this issue happen in ourselves or in our family? The issue is about someone is taking the kidney from your body. This is a similarities related to the illegal animal poaching. That's all for the news for today. Let us meet next time. Good night.